Arbormon is just walking through your group and looking everyone over. You seem to be doing quite well, although right next to the tracks, I'm surprised you're all on foot.
Some schmuck derailed the train, more or less.
Yes, I suppose I should have expected that. You Chosen really do get into all sorts of trouble. And again, I suppose my experience with Chosen, I was a bit of their trouble. Well, regardless, you can be certain you will have safe passage. I have limited power nowadays, but my command over these woods is, regardless, absolute.
Anything we can help you with, sir?
Oh, no. Just your presence in this world is all the help I could ask. I'm
Well,
certain.
can you help us get through the forest?
Yeah, that would be pretty helpful.
The best help I can provide you is to make sure that none of the threats in this forest may arise to attack you. I can give you my word that you will have no trouble before you reach town. Once there, I cannot be so certain, but nature is my domain, and this forest will treat you as its own.
So what are the trees are saying? Do you know?
He's not the Lorax.
Well, you don't know that.
Well, I am somewhat able to understand the code running through them, largely because it is an extension of my own.
I mean, does it even matter knowing what the tree says?
Probably not. We probably should just keep following the tracks. It's the most direct route to town.
Oh my god, I'm taking such a sigh of relief right now. Because if you guys, I can just tell, if you guys had not hidden him to read that code, you would have known that Schumann was lying, and then we'd have to have a discussion. And I don't want this, and I don't like discussions.
That is fair. No.
Talking, ew.
No, I believe...
Hailey metaphysically hears that and... Move on, sorry.
I believe you'd best get going. Although my vision has faded over the years, I do sense that there are those who host ill will towards you that will likely be coming from the north in the coming days.
And I imagine you'd prefer them not catch up to us while they're in your domain.
Oh, I prefer they not catch up to you in general, but, well, I may be rather old and worn. As he speaks, the light in his eyes slowly gets a little stronger. But I am not helpless. Whoever they send, you can be sure they won't be a problem.
Well, you gotta take care of them.
I might do more than that.
Like,
The only downside is that the Metal Empire is not quite useful for fertilizer.
Damn!
Scratch kind of like smiles like, I like this dude already.
can we just let him do everything for us?
Yo, could he like Treebeard and carry us to Mordor?
Oh god, no. Once again, you'd best get going. I'll station myself on the north end of the forest for now. But you shall
Which direction will we head in?
continue your way south as you were. Once you reach Sorthwood, everything should be fine. Once in town, you'll want to look for Mayor Shalon, and you may also wish to speak with the old priest there, Uriel. He'll be rather easy to find.
Thanks, sir. Have a good day.
You as well. I'm certain you'll do wonderfully in your tasks. I have indeed met Chosen before, and you seem to be a capable lot.
I'm Grateful for the faith.
Do not mistake my faith for being blind. Although my eyes have grown weaker, along with the rest of me, I do know how great the trials ahead may be. I do know that there is a very great chance that I myself and many others are not long for this world. This world itself may not be long for the multiverse. But I have seen Chosen bring worlds back from the brink. No matter how grim things get. You must remember that you were chosen for a reason. And homeostasis does not often mistake these things.
We'll do our best, sir.
Oh, best you get moving. I'm sure we'll meet again someday.
Until
Well,
then,
thanks.
sir. Have a good day,
And
Arbormon.
actually, before you go, he turns and stares at Cheese. I have felt your presence before. Through the vines, through this earth. It is certainly no coincidence that you were chosen. And something tells me you yet doubt your position.
And she's really is special.
Sorry, you got the wrong person. Walks off.
Very well, if you wish to deny it. But I expect great things from you all. In your own ways. With that, he turns and walks to the north, the direction you all came from, leaving you to head further south through the woods.
Can I say that Hailey's probably doing her best to kind of lightly bushwhack so it's easier for everyone to get going, so we're making it a little bit of a better.
Yeah, that's reasonable, though there's not much to cut down in the way considering you're following the tracks. There are a few overgrown branches and bushes that probably needed some maintenance, but not enough that it would have been a problem for the Trailmon. More of just
Gotcha.
Uncomfortable at best.
Gotcha.
Nothing like getting thwacked in the face with a reed at 38 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's
But
a you problem.
as you're making your way deeper into the woods, you eventually realize that you can now see some light coming in from the west, filtering through the trees somewhat as you walk, and it becomes quite clear that sunset is upon you, and you'll likely need to set camp. Thankfully, you did at least manage to get a good amount of equipment and carry that off of the train before you departed. So it shouldn't be too difficult.
Okay,
Do we need
not
to
too difficult.
make checks for any of this, or is something like some of people's and Hailey's experience with outdoors able to just kind of set things up?
Well, that depends on how you guys decide to divvy up the tasks.
Can I just lay down and pass out?
If you do, Hailey will prod you awake.
If only we
Yeah.
had a Digimon that was remotely electric, we could make a little hoverboard out of wood and some screws and just glide down it.
I don't
Because
think
Hailey is
that would work.
survivalist, so
Yes, Hailey's survivalist skills would make her especially useful for this. So, question is, what tasks for setting camp is Hailey going to focus on?
are we near running water?
Jason's already gathering kindling.
Well, that's an excellent question. Roll your choice of courage or knowledge for a survivalist check.
Definitely courage, because I get that plus 6. So
Yep, sounds good.
Friggin' lord, holy shit.
that's 17.
Okay, yeah. So you can definitely hear that there is running water nearby. on both sides of the tracks, actually. There's a couple of streams, but the closest one appears to be to the east. Only a short distance away from the tracks, close enough that you can navigate your way back to them very easily.
Okay. Haley's going to focus on finding and making sure we have access to what looks like clean water. She'll even have Wahoo see if he wants to swim in there, because at least in her mind, while she can't test things like exactly right now, if a fish is really willing to dive and swim in water, that's a pretty decent chance it's reasonably clean. Plus, I'm not sure she's worried about getting like a digital virus in a human body, even if she is in a semi or possibly digital form. So,
well, Wahoo.
I don't know what. I feel like all Rowan's going to be doing is stay out of sight so he doesn't do chores and just scrub through any footage that he got.
she would not let him do that. She is if she sees that, she is dragging him with her.
That's why he's hiding.
I have bonus to perception in the wild. I will see you.
Yeah.
All right, roll it out.
So you were given tents among your baggage from Rusty. So who's going to be working on setting the tents?
I'll set up the tent. Eesh.
I can lend a hand setting those up. Not exactly the outdoorsy kind. I live in the city.
Fair. And Ben, I'm guessing Cap is probably going to pitch in with that since she's already familiar with these specific tents.
Yes, and not only that, she's going to take on any other camp chores that need to be done because, well, being from... Sorry, you ever get that thing where like something happens and your brain just goes, you're done? But
Yeah.
Very far.
Yep.
being from a frontier like she originally was, she still has a lot of, setting camp stuff like hard coded into her head.
Very fair.
You should do my chores.
She even knows how to make coffee with just a campfire. It's not good coffee, but
That's fair. All right, then. So you all managed to get camp set up fairly easily. With Hailey's direction, all additional tasks, getting good firewood and setting up a proper fire pit goes very smoothly. And soon enough, as the sun is fully set, you're all sat around a nice fire pit near the stream with a few tents set up, and seems like just enough room for you all to sleep rather comfortably tonight. But that does give you all a good deal of time to just talk and figure things out before you turn in for the night. Hey, if you're this far in the video, maybe consider leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing to the channel. And if you really want to help me out, consider following the link below to check out my book. I also do commissions, so feel free to contact me for that over any of my socials. Now, I'll let you get back to the video.
Definitely sleeping.
Yeah, didn't Arbormon literally say that we're totally safe here in the forest?
True,
She's
he did
already
say
asleep.
that.
But as Art's saying that, Scratch is kind of eyes narrowed a bit and just not. She's trusting, but not that trusting, and she's kind of just thinking, I think I'll keep watch for the first little bit.
Alright. That's a fair choice. Now, does anyone have any questions for each other? Things you'd like to discuss about your adventure?
Before I go to sleep, I spank Rowan in the back of the head what were you thinking just selling your Digimon, stupid? And what's up with Cheese? What's up with you? Why are you so weird? Why are you so important? Why does everybody know you?
Why are you so weird?
I mean, metaphorically, not physically.
Are you dead ass, Ed Bowie?
He's just a silly little guy.
Rowan actually mimes banging some papers to even them out. You know, the thing that lawyers do, and just goes, do not say anything.
Don't.
All right, so
Don't be
Rowan
on
is
his
officially.
side.
And Cheese like goes up to his ear and just, my client believes that you are being very aggressive with your line of questioning. Wants me to ask you this: you got a fucking warrant?
I punch Rowan in the
Answering the
in the
witness.
belly.
Damn, you're getting aggressive.
Okay, kind of deserve that. What point
That's
stand?
my warrant. Alright, I just go to my corner then. This won't lead anywhere.
Yeah, seemingly
Yeah, it's
so.
almost like one of them's a. It's almost like one of them's a narcissist and one of them's naturally antisocial.
Wild combination, I'm sure.
I'm just gonna pass out after like 15 hours of walking.
All right, anyone else have anything critical, or is everyone going to sleep?
I mean, Haley's gonna read Wahoo a bedtime story because that's what she's. I mean, she's treating him like a child, so she's doing the best. She didn't plan on basically being a young mother in her 20s, but I guess that's what quote unquote fate decided for her, so she's doing her best with it. So she's just gonna softly read a bedtime story to this little fish.
Didn't
I'm
chose
100%
motherhood.
convinced that Wahoo is actually like 35 and just is literally only just unable to communicate with speech.
It's the best joke.
Just let him have it, okay? It's
Yeah, no,
comfortable.
like you like Wahoo's like totally enjoy it, but it's just like I know, I see you.
Okay, then.
Jason's gonna wander around the camp a little bit, maybe a little outside the perimeter, but mostly not wander too far before going to sleep.
All right. Once everyone is asleep, save for Scratch on watch, I'm gonna have Scratch roll perception again. So, in the middle of the night, Scratch happens to notice a familiar pale blue light wandering through the woods towards her. It's
It's not menacing.
comforting, actually.
Oh, never mind.
It's something that she hasn't seen in what for them must be a very long time, but for her only feels like a few days. And soon enough, this little flaming blue fox spirit wanders into the clearing and just sits across from her and tilts its head. She would recognize this spirit as being one of her grandmother's summons.
The the tension that normally comes from being on guard and being highly attentive kind of just bleeds away almost immediately, and she gives a little bit of a smile, looking at the little spirit, and says, "Wow, haven't seen you in a while."
It just chitters at her, unable to fully speak. They're somewhat sentient and able to act as messengers for the clan's matriarch, but they're not exactly the most conversative. But it does seem to be there just to let Scratch know that what's left of her family does know that she's back.
The thought gives Scratch a good deal of comfort knowing that even with this bizarre line of time being offset because of the brief trip to the analog world, as it were, it also pulls a bit of a grimace from her face, knowing that the threats that the Kokeshimon gave earlier are still very, very real. And still with a bit of a frown, she looks back up at the spirit and knowing that it can really only just, reply in like very simple gestures. Is everyone okay still?
It stares at her for a few moments, and though hesitant, slightly shakes its head.
She swears a little bit under her breath and looks at the group, looks at the spirit. Will you be able to get me over there quickly, there and back?
Once again, it shakes its head, but after a few moments, steps up towards the fire and to one of the extra logs sitting off to the side, waiting to be burned. And starts to place its paws against the wood in a pattern. It's a little trick that was formed by the clan ages ago. A code language entirely in paws that could be used by these spirits. It takes a couple of minutes to fully write out the message, but the end result ends up spelling out in their clan's code that the shogunate has gotten much more desperate to eliminate them, and much more eager to. Some have been lost. The fights have been rather dire, but they're striving to fight back. For now, they've already gotten word that she's chosen. And they know that this duty stands above all else. They want her to stick to it.
She frowns again, but knows that, like, yes, they're right, but however, it's also not really too useful to argue with the messenger. She nods and says, "Yeah, I know. The duty comes first. But I won't let the others come to any more harm if I can help it."
The spirit nods once more, and as a parting gesture, steps up and just basically climbs up onto her shoulders and coils around her neck in as close of approximation to a hug as it can provide, before fizzling and fading away, returning the memory of the entire conversation to her grandmother.
She watches the spirit trail kind of dissipate and sighs and just says to nobody in particular, "I really hope they're all right."
And that now done, the rest of the night passes peacefully and silently. The woods are, well, not exactly silent. There's no signs of any predators. It would seem the digital world still has a good amount of powerless, weaker wildlife scattered about. And the usual chorus of the night continues to play unhindered, till eventually the sun begins to rise and all begins to go quiet again. Thanks for watching, guys, and please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Envoy of Kairos for many more videos, ranging from gameplay to speed paints, my original Pokemon region, game concepts, and much more. And do try to remember the words of Kairos. Embrace every opportunity to better yourself and the world. You never know when a leap of faith will change your life for the better. See you again soon.